Transform your sleep, transform your life. Have you ever had one of those mornings where you wake up and feel like you barely slept at all? You ease out of bed. Your joints ache, your mind feels cloudy, and you reach for that first cup of coffee, not out of habit, but out of sheer need. If that rings a bell, you're not alone, and you're certainly not broken. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to stay this way. Sleep isn't just rest, or it's not a luxury or something to squeeze in after everything else. Sleep is a foundational form of self-care, one that touches every single system in your body. And as we grow older, it becomes even more essential. What many people don't realize is that your body relies on sleep as its prime time for healing and renewal. While you're drifting into dreamland, your immune system is busy clearing out inflammation. Your brain organizes memories. Your muscles repair themselves. Your heart takes a breather, and your stress hormones finally ease up. But without enough deep quality rest, things begin to fall apart. Maybe you've seen the signs. You're more irritable than you used to be. You forget where you left your keys. You just can't shake that heavy, sluggish feeling, even after a nap. The link is clear. Poor sleep is draining your spark. Now here's the good news. You don't have to wait for a doctor's warning or a health scare to take sleep seriously. You can begin tonight, yes, tonight, to reclaim the kind of rest that energizes your life instead of taking away from it. Rebuild your sleep sanctuary. Take a look around your bedroom. Is it truly a sanctuary or just a space with a bed in it? Your sleep environment matters more than most people realize. Keep it cool, dark, and quiet. Dim the lights about an hour before bedtime. If needed, use blackout curtains. Some folks even keep a small lavender candle nearby as a gentle cue. It's time to unwind. Skip the screens, phones, tablets, TVs, at least 30 minutes before bed. The blue light sends your brain the wrong message, tricking it into thinking it's still daytime and delaying melatonin production, your natural sleep hormone. Instead, try reading a real book. Listen to calming music. Do some light stretching. Breathe deeply. Pray. Journal. Whatever helps you ease out of the day and into the night. Develop a wind-down ritual. Remember how we used to tuck kids into bed? A warm bath, a bedtime story, a gentle kiss on the forehead. It worked because it was a familiar ritual. Grown-ups need bedtime routines too. But instead of lullabies, maybe it's sipping herbal tea, a few minutes of meditation, or stepping outside to quietly gaze at the stars. When your brain senses a regular pattern, it starts preparing for sleep on its own. You'll fall asleep faster, wake up less, and start the next day feeling more refreshed. Listen to your body's signals. A lot of people try to push through tiredness, wearing it like a badge of honor. But ignoring your body's call for rest is like ignoring your car's oil light. Eventually, something's going to give. Start tuning into your body's signals, like yawning, brain fog, or feeling short-tempered. When you respond with care, your body returns the favor. Better digestion, sharper thinking, more balanced emotions, more physical energy. It all starts to shift. Supplements and smart support. Many older adults find gentle help from melatonin or magnesium glycinate, and that's okay. But remember, no supplement replaces good habits. If you choose to use one, let it support your commitment to better rest, not act as a shortcut. A few tools worth considering: a white noise machine to block out nighttime sounds, a weighted blanket to calm your nervous system, a sleep journal to notice patterns, what works and what doesn't. You don't need to do it all. The key is choosing what fits your life and sticking with it. Sleep is power, not laziness. In a world that celebrates hustle, rest often gets mistaken for weakness. But the truth is, real strength comes from recovery. Prioritizing sleep isn't lazy, it's wise. It means you're choosing to fuel the engine that drives everything else in your life. Here's the bottom line: no matter how well you eat, how many supplements you take, or how often you walk, if you're not sleeping well, your body is still running on empty. Sleep is the quiet force behind every healthy life. And if you truly want to feel better, move better, and live longer, this is where you start. So tonight, don't just collapse into bed and hope for the best. Create your ritual. Guard your rest, reclaim your energy, and when you wake up tomorrow with a lighter heart and a clearer mind, You'll feel it for yourself. This is what healing looks like. Break free from the chair. Why sitting still is stealing your future. Let's be honest, sitting feels good. After a long day, sinking into your favorite chair with a warm cup of tea or the remote in hand feels like a little reward. But have you ever stopped to think about just how much time you spend sitting each day? The answer might surprise you. Between meals, reading, watching TV, scrolling your phone, driving, or waiting at appointments, the hours quietly add up. In fact, studies show that older adults in the US spend 8 to 10 hours a day sitting. That's nearly half of your waking hours. Now, rest isn't the enemy. Your body needs downtime. But here's the thing, the problem isn't sitting, it's only sitting. When stillness becomes your default, it slowly wears down your health, your mobility, and eventually your independence. The hidden cost of comfort. Here's what most people don't realize. Sitting too much affects way more than just your muscles. Blood flow slows down, putting extra strain on your heart. Your muscles weaken, especially in your legs and core. Joints get stiff, making simple movements harder. Metabolism drops, leading to weight gain and blood sugar issues. Brain fog sets in because movement supports mental clarity. And your risk of chronic illness, like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, even depression, rises with each hour spent sedentary. And the scariest part? It doesn't happen all at once. It creeps in slowly. So slowly you might not even notice. Until one day walking across the room feels like a challenge. Until tying your shoes takes effort. Until things that once felt automatic now require help. Sitting is stealing your independence, 1 hour at a time. We don't talk about it much, but one of the biggest fears as we age isn't pain. It's losing independence. The fear of no longer being able to drive, take the stairs, or even get out of bed without assistance. And that decline rarely happens overnight. It often begins with sitting. At first it feels harmless. Then it becomes a habit. Then it becomes a limitation. But here's the good news. You can change that pattern starting today. The power of micro movements. You don't even need to run marathons. You don't even need a gym. What you need is to reintroduce movement into your daily rhythm. Think of it like brushing your teeth. Small actions done regularly add up to big results. Try this. Stand up at every 30 to 60 minutes. Use a timer or ask your smart speaker, Alexa, remind me to stand. Stretch during commercial breaks. Watching TV? Great. When ads come on, stretch your arms, legs, back, and neck. March in place while brushing your teeth. Take phone calls standing, or better yet, walking. Park a little farther from the door. Each extra step matters. Choose stairs over elevators. Even just one flight makes a difference. These might sound like small things, but over time they build strength, improve blood flow, boost your energy, and keep your body ready for the life you want to live. But I'm too tired to move. We hear this a lot, and it makes perfect sense. When your body's gotten used to sitting, movement can feel like a chore. But here's the paradox. The less you move, the more tired you feel. Your energy hasn't vanished with age. It's still there, it just needs a spark. And movement is that spark. Start small, just 2 minutes every hour. That's it. 2 minutes of gentle motion. Swing your arms, stretch side to side, walk to the kitchen and back. Then sit if you need to. You'll feel a little better, and over time, you'll start craving that feeling. That's your energy returning. Real stories, real hope. Take Frank, age 72. He used to sit most of the day. I didn't think I could do much anymore, he said. But then he began walking during phone calls, just pacing his living room. 1 week turned into 2. Soon he added short walks around the block. Now he walks 2 miles a day and says he feels sharper than he has in years. You don't need a total lifestyle change. You just need to move. Movement is all freedom. Every step you take today is an investment in your independence tomorrow. Being able to walk without fear, to get out of bed with ease, to pick up your grandchild, to travel, to live on your terms. Stillness might feel safe, but it's a trick, because when your body stops moving, it slowly forgets how. So make the choice. Today, stand up, stretch, walk, dance, garden, clean. Move in ways that feel joyful, not punishing. Your body was made to move. It wants to move. And when you give it what it needs, it gives you something even better in return: energy, strength, and freedom. Your future self is depending on you. And the best part? It only takes one small move to begin. The sunshine prescription, nature's cheapest medicine. When was the last time you simply stepped outside, closed your eyes, and let the sunlight warm your face? No phone, no distractions, just you, the breeze, and the quiet glow of the sun. For something that's completely free, sunlight might be one of the most powerful tools we have for better health. And yet, so many of us aren't getting enough of it, especially as we grow older. The silent crisis, vitamin D deficiency. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at making vitamin D, a nutrient essential for bone strength, immune support, mood regulation, and muscle health. Here's the catch. Your body can't make vitamin D on its own. It needs sunlight to kick off the process. And while supplements can help, nothing beats natural sunlight. Research shows that nearly half of older adults in the US are vitamin D deficient. That can lead to weak bones, muscle aches, more frequent falls, slower healing, and even increased anxiety and depression. But here's the good news. The solution is simple. Just step outside. You don't need hours in the sun. You don't need to hike a trail or head to Florida, although if you feel like it, go for it. You just need a few mindful minutes a day. Start here. Spend 10 to 15 minutes in morning or late afternoon sunlight. Skip sunscreen during those first few minutes, then apply for protection. Let your skin, arms, hands, face, absorb the light. Even sitting by a sunny window helps, though being outdoors is best. How sunlight heals more than bones. Sunlight isn't just about vitamin D. It helps regulate your internal clock so you sleep better. It boosts serotonin, improving mood and easing depression. It strengthens your immune system, reducing risk of illness. And it provides a mental reset after too much time indoors. Think of sunlight as a free, natural medicine. No prescription needed. Real-life sunshine moments. Maria, age 74, begins every morning with her sunshine ritual. She sits on her porch with a cup of green tea and watches the birds. "It's my moment," she says. "The sun touches my skin, and everything feels more peaceful. I don't feel old, I feel alive." You can create your own ritual too. No pressure, no perfection, just presence. Try this. Water your plants or tend your garden in the morning sun. Walk the block while listening to a podcast. Sit on your balcony or porch while journaling. Eat lunch outside instead of in front of the TV. And don't worry about cloudy days. Your body still absorbs light, even without full sunshine. Seasonal blues? Here's help. If you live somewhere with long winters or short days, hello Midwest, you might feel more tired or low during those darker months. This is called seasonal affective disorder, SAD, and it's real. A light therapy box can help. These devices mimic sunlight and help reset your internal rhythm. They're especially helpful on dark mornings or days when you can't get outside. You can find one online for under $100, a small investment with a big return in mood and sleep. Let the light in daily. You don't have to be a sun chaser. Just honor the connection between your body and light. We weren't meant to live under fluorescent bulbs or behind closed curtains. We were made to rise with light, to rest in darkness, and to let the sun nourish us, body and soul. So today, step outside. Lift your face to the sky. Breathe deeply. Let the sunlight remind you you're still here. You're still glowing, and there is healing in the warmth of the world. Take a walk. Open a window. Stand barefoot in the grass if you can. Feel the air. Let nature embrace you. Because the sun isn't just shining, it's calling you back to life. Strong legs, strong life. The power of small daily movement. Let's talk about your legs. Not in a run a marathon kind of way. Not in a six-pack thighs or Instagram yoga pose kind of way, but in a deeply human way, one that connects to how you live, how you move, how you feel. Because here's the truth, your legs are your freedom. They help you get out of bed in the morning, walk to the kitchen, climb into the car, dance at your granddaughter's wedding. Take that dream trip. Hug someone without needing a chair nearby. But as we age, it's easy to feel like our legs are letting us down. They stiffen, weaken, feel unsteady. And with every wobble or stumble, we wonder, am I losing it? You're not. You're just undertrained, not broken. The quiet decline that no one talks about. After age 60, we naturally start to lose muscle mass, a condition called sarcopenia. But here's what many people don't know. It's not inevitable. It's reversible, or at the very least, manageable. When we stop using our muscles, they stop working for us. But when we start using them, even in small, simple ways, they respond, they wake up, they rebuild, they come back. The problem isn't your age. The problem is inactivity. And the good news? You don't need a fancy gym or expensive gear. You just need a few minutes a day, a little consistency, and a belief that your legs still matter, because they do. Small moves, big difference. Let's be clear, this isn't about doing lunges across your living room. It's about simple, safe movements you can do right at home. Try this 5-minute routine. That's all it takes. Chair squats. Stand in front of a sturdy chair, slowly sit down, then stand up again. Use your hands on your thighs for support if needed. Goal: 8 to 10 reps. Why it works: strengthens thighs, glutes, and core. Essential for standing and walking. Seated leg lifts. Sit upright, extend one leg straight, hold briefly, then lower. Alternate sides. Goal: 10 reps each leg. Why it works: activates quads, helps with balance. Heel raises. Hold onto a counter or chair. Rise onto your toes, then lower slowly. Goal: 10 to 15 reps. Why it works: strengthens calves and ankles, key for stability. Ankle circles. Lift one foot slightly off the ground. Rotate the ankle clockwise, then counterclockwise. Goal: 10 each direction. Why it works: boost circulation and mobility. Wall sit. Stand against a wall. Slide into a partial squat and hold for 15 to 30 seconds. Why it works: builds leg strength. Your thighs will feel it, in a good way. Start wherever you are. If 5 reps is your limit, celebrate that. Any movement is better than none, and consistency always beats intensity. Why your legs affect more than your walk. Strong legs aren't just about getting from point A to point B. When your legs are strong, you're less likely to fall. You are more open to going out and being social. You feel less fragile, less afraid. You stand taller, steadier, more confident. And that confidence, it flows into everything: your energy, your mood, your relationships, even your sense of purpose. This isn't about vanity. It's about victory. Diane, age 69, hadn't been upstairs in her home for over a year. She was afraid of falling. Then she started doing seated leg lifts during commercial breaks, added heel raises while brushing her teeth. 3 months later, she climbed those stairs and cried. Not because it was painful, but because she did it. That's what this is about. Those quiet victories that remind you who you are. Not a new you, a stronger you, a steadier you. A you who still belongs here, fully and powerfully. Progress, not perfection. You don't have to do everything today. You just have to begin. Pick one movement, add it to your morning, your TV time, your quiet evenings. Pair it with music, or silence, or prayer. Make it yours. What matters most is choosing to connect with your body, not retreat from it. Because you're not fading, you're still here, you're still powerful. Let your legs remind you of that. Tai Chi and yoga. Move slow, age strong. There comes a moment in life when we stop chasing intensity and start craving ease. Not laziness, not passivity, but a softer kind of strength. One that steadies us, calms us, and reminds us we're still very much alive. That's where Tai Chi and yoga come in. If you've ever thought, that's not for me, maybe because you're not flexible, not spiritual, not strong enough, then this part is especially for you. Because these practices aren't about being good at movement. They're about using movement to feel good in your body again. The gentle path to strength and stability. Let's start with the basics. Tai Chi is often called meditation in motion. It's a series of slow, flowing movements paired with deep breathing and focused awareness. Yoga combines gentle stretches, breathing, and purposeful postures that improve balance, flexibility, and body awareness. Both are low impact, accessible, and completely adaptable to your age, fitness level, or physical limitations. And both have been shown by science and by millions of older adults to improve balance and coordination, joint mobility, muscle tone, lung capacity and breathing, mental clarity, emotional resilience. But more than all of that, they reconnect you to your breath, your body, and the moment you're in. I'm too old is a lie. Betty was 76 when she joined her first Tai Chi class. I felt silly at first, she said. I was slow, offbeat, stiff. But then I realized so was everyone else. No one was judging. And for the first time in years, I felt like my body and I were on the same team again. You don't need a perfect body. You just need a willing heart. And 5 minutes a day. That's it. Start in a chair if that feels better. Use a wall for balance. Follow a YouTube video designed for beginners. Join a local senior center class. Or simply stand in your living room, close your eyes, and breathe with purpose. The inner peace we forgot we needed. In a world full of noise, speed, and stimulation, stillness becomes a superpower. Yoga and Tai Chi help. Lower cortisol, your stress hormone, ease anxiety and depression, improve sleep by calming the nervous system, boost mindfulness and emotional awareness. Sometimes you won't even know how tense your body's been until you take that first long exhale. There's something deeply healing in the quiet strength these practices offer. They don't force, they invite, they don't push, they support. And in that support, you remember this is what it feels like to feel safe in your body. You don't need a studio, just space to breathe. One of the most beautiful things about yoga and Tai Chi is how easy they are to begin. You don't need fancy clothes. You don't need a yoga mat. You don't need incense or a teacher on a mountain. You just need a little space, a little curiosity, and a little time. Try this. A few minutes of chair yoga in the morning to wake up your spine. Some standing Tai Chi before lunch to reset your breath. Deep breathing and gentle stretches before bed to help your body wind down. Make it your own. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. That's more than enough. Strength is not about muscles. It's about connection. This type of movement isn't loud or flashy, but it is deeply powerful because every time you choose to move with intention, to stretch, to balance, to flow, you rebuild a bridge between your body and your mind, between your past and your present, between who you were and who you still get to become. Final thought, the gift of graceful movement. You don't have to become someone new. You just have to return home to the body you already have and treat it like it matters. Because it does. You matter. Your movement matters. And the more you give yourself the gift of slow, intentional motion, the more you'll feel strong, rooted, and ready for whatever life brings next. So roll out that mat or just clear a little space on the floor. Step into your stillness and let your body say, thank you.